Hey guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So in today's video we're going to take a look at part 3 of the lesson on how to play the Warning by Black Sabbath. And again, I have to mention that this was requested and supported by Otto, so huge thanks goes out to him for the support. In this part we're going to take a look at the outro solo of the song, where Tony is playing very freely, kind of improvising a lot of the solo. And I know that he did a lot of improvisation throughout his career all the time on all the songs. So this is probably the same kind of idea. It's played very freely, like I said, a bunch of licks and phrases. We're all going to break them down in this lesson. And in the end, I'll try to play the whole solo very slowly so you can see and hear what's going on. The tabs and the backing track are going to be available at GuitarForce.com. You can find the links in the description box down below, as well the links to the second and first parts of this song in case you missed it. For the sound I was using the VST plugin Guitar Rig. Again, the same thing as in the previous lessons. I'm still going to post a picture of the preset, and I'm going to play you my low E string so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. And then we'll continue with the lesson. So here's my low E for your tuning reference. Alright, so without further ado, we're going to get into the lesson right away. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to break it up into licks and phrases, play them separately, and then in the end I'll try to play the whole thing. Now keep in mind that this part especially, in particular, is played very freely. So Tony is just playing, kind of improvising the phrases. And so what you see in the tabs is just an approximation of the rhythm, okay? Sometimes he would speed it up, sometimes he would slow it down. So the tabs are there just for the guidance, all right? So just keep that in mind. Also, I'm going to be playing all of the phrases very slow, so you can actually hear and see what's going on. And there could be some bum notes here and there. It's just the nature of playing, I guess. Tony was, like I said, probably was playing something, improvising at the end, and he wasn't playing very cleanly. So just keep that in mind. All right, so that out of the way, we're going to start off with the first phrase, which is going to go like this. So pretty simple. Again, I'm not going to be calling out every string and every fret. You can see that in the tablature. I'm just going to be playing them slowly. Where it's needed, I'm going to make a comment, of course. Alright, so the first phrase, these 5 notes, starts off with a bend on a G string. Then we go high E, pull off on a B string, and finish it off with a quick bend on the high E string. Then a little rest, and then he plays the next phrase, which is going to go like this. So here, pull off on the high E string, go into the B, back to high E. Then we have sort of like a double stop, just hitting a couple of strings, and then bend on the B string now, like that. Next phrase, it's a longer one, so we're gonna break it up into phrases as well. So the first part is gonna go like this. Alright, so first of all, starts off with a hammer-on pull-off on a high E string. By the way, all of these licks are written in E minor pentatonic, just keep that in mind. So hammer-on pull-off on a high E string, a triplet. Then we go to the B string, pull off, go into G, going back to the B string. Then we have a quick bend. So bending the B string, high E, pull off on the B string. Then we have, so here, kind of typical blues phrase here, going like that. Then we go to the B string, 2 bends. The second one is a longer one, and it's a gradual release, and it's also a 1.5 steps, like that. Then we have another triplet, just between the B and the G strings. And then we have, so B string, pull off, go into G, back to B. Then we have a pull off on a G string, and then on a high E, again quick bend with the stop. Alright, one more time slowly. This whole phrase is gonna go like this. Next phrase goes like this. Alright, here again starts off with a pull off on a high E string, quickly go into the B, and then high E, back to B again. Again here, kind of like a double stop on the second and third strings, and then a kind of trill or two pull offs on the B string. Then we go, so bending the G, going to B, and then again high E with the bend, like that. Next phrase, also a long one. So first I'm gonna play it through, then we're gonna break it up. So the first part is gonna go like this. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. So in this bar we have a sextuplet, so it's a triplets in 16th notes, like that. And as you can see in the tabs, there is a double stop, so this could be a bum note, you know, just playing because of the fast speed, you know, if he catches another string, you know, that's how it goes. So like that. And then we have that note. So on a G string, that's a blue note from the blue scale. So two hammer-ons here on the B string, then we slow down a little bit, these two notes, and then, so here kind of like a rake going on, and then you follow the notes, so pull off on the B string, go into G, back to B, and then we have, so bend up, bring it down, pull off, and pick that note again. So far, this phrase we have goes like this slowly. Then the next part, alright, I'm gonna stop right here. So again, it starts off kind of slowly, these two notes, B and G string. Then we have, so G going to the D, back to G, pull off, picking these two notes. Then he goes to the second part of the second shape of the minor pentatonic here, just for a bit. So kind of sliding, playing this double stop, picking the B string again, and then finishing off with the bend. So something like that. Then we have, so B string going to high E, picking it twice, triplet, and then we have a quick, so this kind of repetitive lick played a little bit faster. So we have a pull off on the B string, going to G, then back to the B, and we play it twice, like that. Then we play, so let me go back to the beginning of this phrase and play up to this moment right here. Slowly it's gonna go like this. Okay, after that we have again the same lick, but we played in 16th notes, so it's slowed down right now. Exact same thing, we played twice. Then we have, so bend the G string, bring it down, 8th notes, and then we have 16th notes, hammer on, pull off, go into the D string. After that we have two sextuplets, so like triplets, 16th notes, so it's gonna go like this. So slower is going to be on the G string, hammer on, pull off, go into the D. So you pick that note twice, pull off, and then continue. Sorry. So just going down, sliding from 14 to 12 on the A, pull off to 10, back to hammer on 12, slide up, and then we go to the D string, these two notes, like that. So then after that we finish off this phrase with, so it's a quick kind of rake of the E major chord here and going right into the bend on the high E string, like that. So just this bar, this phrase all together slowly is gonna go like this. Alright, now moving on, we go to the next part of the phrase. Is gonna go like this. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. So after the rake and with the bend on the high E string, we then play again the bend. Playing the bend, releasing it, going to the 12, then back to the 15 on the high E string, and then you go for the bend, like that. Then we have a couple of pull-offs here on the high E string, going to the B string, so you bend the B string and reinforce that note on the high E if you want to, or you know, it could be another bend and pick that note. Then we have pull off on the B string, going to the G. Then we have 16th notes, so it's a pull off on the B string, then with the same finger on the high E string, pick that note, the high E, and then bend the B string again. And then we have, so quick 16th note triplet, pull off on a B string, go into G, and then play the pull off again, 2 16th notes. So it's a little bit slowed down. And then after that we go into bends. So we have 4 of these bends. The first one is a full step, and then the next 3 are step and a half. Gradual release, and then we have, so it's a hammer on pull off on the G string, go into D, then we're back to the G string, these 2 notes, and then we have, so G string, bend it up, bring it down, pull off, then pick that note again, go to the D string, like that. So just going back to the beginning of this part, it's gonna go like this slowly. Alright, so then we continue with the next part. It's gonna go like this. So just going back to the beginning of this part, so we have 16th notes here on the G string. We have these 2 notes, and then we have 3 quick bends here. So the first 2 bends are whole step, and then step and a half. And the last one we stay on it for a little bit longer for the whole beat. And then we have, so pull off, hammer on again, and then again playing these 2 notes, the 8th notes. Then we have, so G string, bend it up, bring down, pull off, pick that note again, go to the D string, back to the G, these 2 notes, and then we have another bend, step and a half. Bring it down and add some vibrato. And by the way, as you can see, in the tabs there is a time signature change going on. So sometimes from 4/4 to 5/4, but you know, it doesn't really matter. It's just for the notes to you know, so you can write them in the program and they fit with the tablature, with the notation, you know. But besides that, I mean, it doesn't really matter because, you know, it's just a continuous play and somehow you have to write it down. So that's why there is a time signature change, but it's not of any significance. Alright, so just going back to the beginning of this phrase one more time, slowly, it's gonna go like this. Then after that we continue with the next part. It's gonna go like this. Starts off on the off beat, so it's 4 ends. So on the end we go. Alright, so this one starts off on the off beat, the E notes on the 14th fret. We pick it, then pick it again, play pull off, go to the A string, then we go to G string, back to the E note here, and then repeat the same thing again. So basically 3 times, and then we continue. From here we have so kind of also repetitive lick here. So the beginning after we played, we then continue with, so here going into triplet, bending the G string, going to the B, and then we play 2 triplets here. So pull off on the B string, going to the G. We play 2 of these, then we play the same lick, but we play it in 8th note, so it's a little bit slowed down. Then again another triplet here. Then again we are back to the 8th notes and we play the same thing but in 8th notes. And the last time you hit the B string here for the whole beat. After that again we have 3 triplets here, like that. And then we have the quarter notes here. So B string, high E, then you go 15, bend it up. After that we have next phrase, which goes like this. So 8 notes on the high E string, going to the B here, then we have a triplet, and then on the G string, 8 notes. Like that. Then we continue with the next part. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here. So we have a kind of reverse rake here, upstroke on these 2 notes. Then we have pull off on the B string, quick one. Then we have another pull off 8th notes on the high E string. Then we have a triplet, back to the B string again, 8th notes. And then we continue with the 8th notes. We have so in the end there we have 2 bends followed by another note, so bending the B string and picking the high E. Alright, after this phrase we have the next part, which is gonna go like this. Alright, I'm gonna stop right here, so it goes a little bit fast, faster. So the first part we have pull off on the B string, go into the G, then back hammer on the B string. And then we have, so high E, pull off on the B, go into G, back to the B string. So like that. Then we have, so 2 pull-offs here on the B string and the G strings, 16th notes. Then we have 4 bends on the G string, 8th notes. The last one kind of gradual release, and then we have, so quick hammer-on pull-off on the G string, going to the D, and then we have a little bit faster. So it's a hammer-on pull-off on the G string, then you bend it up, bring it down, pull off, and then play another hammer-on the same string, like that. Alright, after that, so yeah, let me just go back to the beginning of this part. Slowly it's gonna go like this. Alright, then after that we continue with the next part, with the last couple of phrases. Okay, so starts off with the bend and going to the B string, hammer-on pull-off, 16th notes. Then we have a triplet, so just playing the B note, going to the G, picking it twice, and then we have 3 times the lick. So with a pull-off on the B string, going to the G, triplets. Then we have on the G string, so bend it up, bring it down. Then we have a hammer-on pull-off, another triplet, pick that note again, go into the D string, 8th notes, then another triplet, so pull off on the D string, go into the A, and then we have, alright, so in the end we have 8th notes, then we have a quarter note, and we finish off with, so bend G string and then play the G note on the 12th fret here, and finish off this part with that note. Alright, so one more time, just this ending part of the solo is going to go like this, slowly. Alright, so now I'll play the whole solo, all of the licks and phrases back to back together. And again, just keep in mind that this is played at a very free tempo, very freely. And so I'm going to be playing them very slowly so you can hear, you know, how it goes. But this is again an approximation of the original solo. You know, I doubt that Tony could repeat the same solo note for note, and he never actually did. He always kind of improvises a little bit. But anyway, that's not the point. So I'm going to be playing them really slow so you can see what's going on, and also you can follow along. So it's going to go like this. guys, so that was it for this part. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment, share, subscribe if you are new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.